and welcome to yet another video with me, Bertie, joined by Sean at the Geordie Wine Guide. Today we're going to be talking about
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir, silky, sexy, sultry, light, luscious. I think it's the one grape that if someone said, right, you've got one grape that you can have for the rest of your life, it's probably that. It's probably up there.
You want it just to sit and contemplate and think about how great your life is.
Just
at
enjoy
that very
life.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just enjoy life, really.
It's the wine that takes on the place like no other red grape.
It can take on a load of different personalities, and we're going to try 4. We've got 3 that I would say are pretty much classed as natural wines, natty wines.
Oh, we've got natties, have we?
From courtesy of Sean
didn't even
and
notice.
myself. Yeah, and then we've got one that's
One that's full of shite.
not full of anything shite. It's all good stuff. Each of them from a totally different country, different styles, and we're going to talk you through them.
Let's bring on
Let's
the wines.
bring on the wines.
We're going to go and spatty to start. Spätbergunder.
Spätbergunder.
Spatty.
Spatty. Spatty.
And I picked this purely on the label alone.
Sometimes that is the only way to go.
No, I didn't really.
No, you didn't.
I know the lady, she's called Bianka. I've had this wine a few times, and every time I taste it, I just can't believe that it smells like grapefruit.
White grapefruit. It's uncanny.
So Rheinessen, is it the biggest wine growing region in Germany? Bianka and Daniel, the winemakers, they grow biodynamic grapes. They don't add any sulfur. They don't filter. You can see it's a little bit cloudy.
Cloudy.
You can tell it's on the limits of where Pinot Noir can be grown because it is a little bit green and herbal. But that grapefruit knows. Also cranberries and raspberries and stuff. It's light, smashable.
Great tannin structure.
The acid on it as
some
well.
Structure. Yeah, it's very much a foodie wine, I'd say. That white grapefruit is intense. I've never picked up white grapefruit in a Pinot Noir before, so
I haven't either.
that's a really unique factor.
if you
Just to try it for that alone.
If you smell this one blind, you know it's Bianca and Daniel. Yeah, I really like it. I think this is mint. And I would probably serve it just with a little bit of a chill on it.
Sean's getting a spit bucket, which is actually just a tea mug.
Yeah.
Teacup? What, mug. And I'm not going to be doing any of that.
Yeah, I've got to
Bad
cycle
behaviour.
home, man. That's why I'm spitting in here.
I got to say it late.
We're going to taste a Pinot Noir from Tuscany.
It's called Macea.
Macea
Very interesting label.
from
It's kind of-
Tuscany.
So yeah, interestingly, Tuscany would not be known. It's probably the last place I'd think of the major grape growing regions that we talk about regularly.
I know, Pinot
For
Noir
Pinot.
from Tuscany. It's
Yeah.
crazy, isn't it? It's got some
It's got
volatile...
it's a lot more herby and sort of savoury than the first one we had, which was a lot juicier. Red fruit. This is more baked, sort of red apple, cinnamon,
very ripe cherry.
very ripe cherry. Yeah,
But it's also got a bit of like pepperiness.
it's quite
and
powerful too.
It's got pepperiness.
white
and,
pepper.
Like a bit of funk there as well. It's great wine.
Yeah, I like
Completely
that.
different nose to that last.
Yeah,
to
the
last
grapefruit.
German
I
wine.
can't get over that grapefruit. Yeah, interesting wine.
Nice. So we are going to taste a wine from Catherine Riss
Van Alsace.
in Alsace.
Van de Alsace.
Pinot Noir has been grown in Alsace for a long time, but it's
Straight
very,
away, the colour.
very underrated though. Pinot Noir from Alsace.
Yeah, but the other grapes there take.
So there's that cross of cultures
Yeah, this is
where the
something
German and the French cultures meet.
I'll be I know very little about there, so I can't input too much. I'm gonna rely on you.
Well,
I can
Alsace.
tell you about the wine though.
It would take you a lifetime to get your head around the terroirs in Alsace. Like it's like a mosaic of soils.
Don't really have the time.
We haven't got time. No one's got enough time.
No, I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So this is like a lot riper, lots of red fruit, really floral as well.
So this is
a really floral
2018.
element.
2018 was quite a warm year in France. So a lot of Pinot Noir achieved very good ripeness in France in 2018.
And I think that's the word here, isn't it? Ripe. It's ripe, it's round, it's red.
I think this is a bit more serious.
It's got great layers to it. It's got a really long finish, very juicy, sappy, kind of makes you want more. Tannin profile's silky as hell.
I'm finding myself swirling this for a lot longer and smelling it.
It's more, I can appreciate it more. It's a bit more expressive ultimately than the other two. It's more enjoyable on the nose as well, I'd say.
This has got a little bit of VA as well, so a bit of volatile acidity. So this little bit of nail polish, which
I
sort
love.
of, when it mixes with the fruit, it almost feels like the fruit has got this
Polished.
like glaze. It's like polished fruit,
red
yeah.
apples.
Really nice. It's got a bit of pepperiness. We're gonna have some of this with that truffle cheese.
Oh, it's a good plan. But it's long, isn't it? It's sappy, juicy,
It's got this little
mouth-watering acidity.
bit grittiness on the palate.
Yeah.
It's very unfiltered. It's quite rustic, but it's also clean at the same time.
Yeah, it's very clean.
So Pinot Noir can be quite silky and quite seductive, can't it?
Yeah, it's very much like us. Without further ado, we've got a very, quite special, quite rare bottle. I think they only made 1,000 bottles of this. They make wines in a Burgundian style, so Crystallum.
If you can make wine in a Burgundian style, you're laughing.
And obviously the two grapes of Burgundy, the main grapes, obviously you've got some others, but Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. So they make wines in a Burgundian style. This is the whole bunch, so very, very minimal intervention. They've used the whole, basically whole bunches where you use not just the grapes, but also the stems that
so
the
you
grapes
just
grow
chuck it all in.
Chuck it all in.
When the grapes start fermenting, the juice starts fermenting inside the grapes.
Yeah.
Before it's
So you get an
crushed.
extra level of flavour, don't you, and complexity.
Yeah, you get. I think you get lower tannins and you get more fruit.
Well, this is quite smooth.
So if you
I've
get
only
those
had this
bubbly,
once.
candied fruit flavours, you might think, oh, it might have had some whole bunches of grapes chucked in the
You
back.
can usually pick it up on the nose as well. That's where you'll get the more stemmy.
So that's what we're
characters.
expecting.
I think there's only 1,000 bottles made of this. It's their
This is number 879.
879 of 1,019.
That's nout. Where's your wine opener?
Let me just go and grab it. I did a video on this recently. This is from a really cool guy called, well, his company's called REpop.
Ah, he's got a foil cover.
It's a wax cap, this one. So we're just going to get this wax cap off. Should have done perfectly there, hopefully.
Look at that.
And then that's a perfect cork. There's no holes in it or anything. I would always say don't decant it with Pinot Noir. Just drink it straight out of the bottle because it's so thin-skinned and very sort of delicate. It can react to oxygen in a much more accentuated way than, say, a Cabernet Sauvignon will or something with a bit more body.
So the only time I would consider decanting Pinot Noir is if it's like
Super young, like Burgundy, right?
Yeah, so if something was really tight. These aren't quite the right glasses for Pinot Noir,
Not
but
quite,
they're good enough though.
Yeah, you want like a wider bowl, really.
If you get those bowl glasses, like the Pinot Noir specific ones, you can put the wine in there, and then even if it needs to open up, it'll swirl in that glass. I think that's the whole point in that big wide bowl glass.
It's delicious.
Is
I'm
it
getting like a really smoky vanilla,
Wow.
ripe fruit.
Yeah, we've gone on to the serious shit now.
Wow. So this is so their wines are from Walker Bay, I believe, which is on the coast, sort of southwest.
In South Africa, they've got a big variation of climates, haven't they?
Yeah, you've got they make some
Really
incredible
hot
Cabernet
areas.
Sauvignon Bordeaux blends, but also Syrah, like Rhone varietals, and then you can have Riesling, but grown there as well. They grow a lot of Chardonnay, a lot of Sauvignon Blanc.
The places that are
And
higher
my
up or near
favourite-
the sea, they're going to have a bit more cooling influence.
And my favourite probably are these guys, Crystallum and people called Newton Johnson.
Olivia Newton-Johnson,
Not the same.
the one that you want.
Their winemaking approach favours low intervention with only native yeast used for fermentation. Our Pinot Noirs are fermented in small stainless steel tanks and aged in French oak for 11 to 16 months before bottling.
If we're talking about natural wine, this is essentially natural wine.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't know
It's
how much
close.
sulphur's been added, but
I'd
do we
imagine-
care?
I'd imagine no, it doesn't really matter. It's so smooth, but also so powerful. There's a real streak of minerality on the end. Really stony, but really juicy red fruit around it.
it's got a bit of
The
graphite on the
acidity
nose.
is brilliant.
It's silky.
Mouth-watering.
It's expansive. It's long.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was that Burgundian though, but it's got the elegance
It's too
and the
fresh,
balance.
isn't it?
It's got the balance. But the fruit profile is a little bit different to Burgundy.
Yeah, it's a bit riper, isn't it?
It's riper
more
and
red.
it's more forward,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
amazing.
more in your face. This is basically just a video of me and you drinking 4 bottles of wine, really, isn't it?
Yeah. If someone breaks into your house and wants to steal all of your wine,
Or one of these.
you just get this out. That's going to do
It
some...
does double up as a weapon.
That is going to do some serious damage, mate.
It does. So I think that
give
that's
you a
been a pretty interesting overview. We've got... Wow, hiccups.
Yeah, it's
I've got hiccups.
It's the silky, the expressive, the light, intense. It's the wine that tastes different
expansive.
wherever it's grown in the world. It's really exciting.
Thanks very much for watching, everyone. And it's been a really enjoyable tasting session. Sean, thanks for
Aye, cheers for watching.
bringing the
Hope
wines.
you're all doing well in lockdown.
And we'll see you next time.
And get yourself a bottle of Pinot Noir in the meantime.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.